Hey everyone, welcome to the Learn Software Testing YouTube channel. So it's maybe a bit delayed because of uploading the videos. So sorry for that delay. So today we are going to learn about the actual the software testing as a tester we have to do. So let's move to the next slide in the software testing. What as an tester, what should we what we have to do? So, in this today's lecture or today's video, we are going to learn about system testing. Then, in the system testing, there are various kind of testings. In further slides, we have to discuss it about. Apart from the system testing, there is a GUI testing, usability testing. So we are learning one. So talking about this system testing, so it's about like testing the GUI, means graphical user interface. Whether you are as a tester, if you make your position in the IT industry, uh, then they give a task like exploring the UI part of the web application, like the website, whether it is working as per the client requirement, whichever given by the business analyst team. So this comes under the GUI part. We will discuss in more detail about GUI testing. It's nothing but the user interface kind of testing by exploring the things one by one as per the user requirement. So nothing apart from that. Uh, when we talk about the usability testing, uh, in minimum words, if you move towards understanding the usability testing is nothing but uh, while testing the some kind of functionality of the web application or the application whichever came from the developer side to the QA environment side, then one of the person sit behind tester, and it may be client also, the person may be client also or something else. uh, when the person explores the testers and the person's coordination while testing that particular functionality will be considered in the usability testing. So we move in detail in further slides. So we go throughout the GUI testing first. So what is the GUI testing? As I said about the what is GUI testing, there is a graphical user interface. So we will mark it like user interface testing, a testing technique used to identify the presence of defect, is a product software under test by using a graphical user interface. Whatever on your website or a web application or mobile application you are seeing uh, is working as per the client requirement. So it is a testing process for ensuring proper functionality of the graphical user interface for a specific application. As I given an example of a Flipkart website in earlier one of the videos. So let took let make your attention to that example. So it's kind of similar like GUI testing, whether when you search for anything in the search box of the Flipkart for a book, for any digital appliances, for purchasing or buying and like mobile phones like this. So it's going as per client requirement. It's nothing but the GUI testing. GUI testing generally evaluates the design of elements such as layouts, colors, font, size, label, text, boxes, buttons. There are many kinds of this kinds of element which are present on a web application or the mobile application. So As a tester, we have to explore the GUI part, uh, but GUI part as per the client requirement. Suppose if you take any element like size of the or size of the element, when developer define the size from their perspective, so it's not what do you can say, it's not adorable, because we got an instruction or the requirement from the uh, client. So as per the client requirement we have to do, not from the perspective of the developer. So we make, if it's look like that, the size, then mainly the font size, these are the kind of things mainly defines the UI part. So basically GUI testing involves about UI testing, user interface like color, like various kind of things, elements like here layouts, colors plays main role in the UI part. So what do you check in the GUI testing? Check all the GUI elements. As a discussion in previous slide, it's about size, position, weight, length, and acceptance of a character or the numbers. For instance, you must be able to provide input to the input fields. Okay, means if there is a Google form, suppose we draw it. Suppose this is an login form or user form. Here username, here you are, here is a password field. This is a field like this. Sometimes the marker gets stuck, so please ignore that part. Focus on what is. So here is a username and password and then login. So the username must allows alphanumeric. The username contains capital letters, small letters, like these things, like these elements, letters. So if it accepts, so it get positive testing. In the password field, you have chance to put the things with alphanumeric. If it the password is correct, so it's positive, then only you log in. So that is about the, what you can say, the input field satisfying, like this thing. So in the GUI testing, check that error messages are displayed correctly. When we are talking about the input fields, like there is username field and like these things. While registration form, you can take example of registration form. There is a first name, last name, like these thing kind of things. When you put your name, so that input field does not allows the numbers, because the name should be the alphabetic. Okay. You have, then there is a password kind of thing whilst registering on the particular website. So it's also include a strong password, so you can allow it like numbers, alphanumeric, like these kind of things. There is a mobile number. The mobile number input field will only allow the more numbers kind of thing, or it doesn't allow the alphabet. So if it get correct, so it's called as the positive testing. If fetching an error, like you put an input, uh, you put wrong input in the input field, so it uh, it want to show the error message correctly. So this will be good to know about the how actually GUI testing is working. check for clear demarcation of different section on the screen. So demarcation of the things is nothing but the whether the header, then footer, then uh, what is body part, then a site tag, blogging, website. If there is any website, you can go through it. There is a header part, there is a body section, like that kind of things, and there is a footer section. So it's making sure it's at its position. So it's correct in the perspective of the UI testing. Check that the font used in application is readable. Check that the alignment of the text is main important on the UI part of the website. So user mainly focuses on the UI part. The functionality like that backend is second part, but the when we are talking about the user interface, it's the first priority when an customer or a client get on the website. So that's about it. So UI part is important. So you have to read these kind of things. You get an idea about what is a GUI testing. So when you're talking about the GUI, so there is again the techniques from which we can perform the GUI testing. So there is a manual based testing. So manual based testing is a name suggests that manually you have to go through that functionality or to go through the user interface and inspect each and everything as per the client requirement. And this approach, graphical screens are checked manually by testers in conformance with the requirements stated in the business requirement document. As from first slide, I am telling you that everything is working under the client requirement. Nothing our mind, what is going in mind, and what should I to do, what the developer wanted to do. So these are the their part, but we have to only work on the business requirement document, BRS document, or we can say URS, or we can say CRS document. So there is another kind of this is one thing, one kind of technique. This is a second testing. This record and replay. What is uh, tales about GUI testing? So GUI testing can be done using automation tools. There are certain kind of automation tools through which we can perform the GUI testing. This is done in two parts. During the record, these steps are captured by the automation tool. If you know about the RPA tool, robotic process automation, so everything will be recorded, and then there is a recorded and make sure with an respective automation tool. During the playback, the recorded state steps are executed on the application under test. So it's like about automating the work which are doing the manually. So this is the second part. And third one is a model-based testing. What does the model-based testing? A model-based testing is a graphical description of a system behavior. Graphical description means the information of the system, how it is going, how it is functioning. It helps us to understand and predict the system behavior. Models helps in the generation of efficient test cases using the system requirement. If you find this word test cases, so we will see this one in next moving upcoming videos. So keep your attention, and now this time less. Do not worry about this thing. So moving to the next slide. This is all about the testing or the GUI testing techniques. So we completed about the GUI testing. If you have any query about GUI testing, please comment in the comment box, or you can read this document, so you get a clear idea about what is system testing, and in the system testing there is a GUI testing and the usability testing. We completed till now the GUI testing with their testing techniques. So we next move our towards the usability testing. What the usability testing? So the usability testing is the monitoring or the observation. This is talking about this fellow and this fellow. This is an tester. Here I can write like tier. This is a monitoring. Uh, this is kind of use third person monitoring person MP. We can short form as MP. So this is a tester. While testing an web application or the mobile application, there is another third person uh, which is elected by the business team or the QA team, or it's the working. It's not mandatory in small startups, but in MNC they focuses on each and everything individually. So they elect one person, whichever the kind of uh, know about the kind of referring the user recommendation while inspecting the each and everything as a tester, the working of the testing. So the person, whichever the monitoring person, it will monitor the expression of the testers while the testing of the web application or the mobile application or something else, the product or the software product. It's about the monitoring the testers' behavior while performing the testing. Nothing out of that. Out. So what actually usability testing? I already said to you. Moving to the theory part of this usability testing. So you make sure what is the usability testing. Usability testing mainly focuses on the user, what do you say, users ease of using the application, the flexibility of the application to handle controls, and the ability of the application to meet objective. That's all. This testing is recommended during the initial design phase of a as DLC. This is the main part. You do not forget this about SDLC and STL. In next section or upcoming section, we have to move to the STLC, Software Testing Lifecycle. This is about the software development lifecycle, but the whatever the next life cycles comes, that's all comes under the SDLC. So please make sure about you do not forget about the SDLC. So it gives which gives more visibility on the expectation of the users. Usability testing identifies usability errors in the system early in the development cycle and can save the product from failure. So there are certain kind of things like we can say example, we can say features while designing the usability testing cases. So this is usefulness, findable, accessible, desirable, the effectiveness of system. These are the kind of things monitor at the time while developing any software. So how the actually usability testing is performed by the testers, the monitoring person, which is elected by the team members, or this is not required in startup, as I already said. So there are some methods of usability testing. One is a laboratory usability testing, another is a usability testing. Laboratory usability testing talks about laboratory usability testing. It's about the testing is conducted in a separate lab room in the presence of the observers. As I said, observers are nothing but the monitoring person. The testers are assigned tasks to execute. The the QA team or QA team lead assign the task to the each individual testers to perform test cases, to write the test cases, and there is a third person observer uh, sit behind them. The role of the observer is to monitor the behavior of the tester and report outcome of testing. So please keep in mind this only line. So none apart from that, the usability testing. All the usability testings focuses on only this line. The main what you can say main body of the usability testing this line you can say. The observer remains silent while testing is performed by the testers. In this testing, both observers and testers are present in the same physical location. There is a lab, there is a person, third person, which is known as a monitoring person, or the, we can say observer, and the tester. While testing the functionality, the observer observes how the expression of the testers while testing. It is noted by the observer. So the second part of the usability testing is about under this testing, observers and testers are remotely located. So as the remote word said to specify the one person, it's at means if you talks in the talk about in terms of the usability testing, the observer is at UK and you and a tester is sitting in the India. So there is a kind of access to the tester. Tester access the system under the test remotely and perform assigned task under the observation of the observer, third monitoring person. Tester's voice, screen activity, tester's facial expression are recorded by an automated software. Observers analyze this data and report finding of the test. So it's not deep, but while interview asks about the usability testing, you must have to go only for this kind of line, this only line. So then apart from that, you have to do something new. So this all about the usability testing. Moving to next slide, how to do usability testing complete process. So there is it follows the SDLC planning, then recruiting, then usability testing, the and data analysis and reporting. The usability testing lies in recruiting and data analysis steps. So please make sure about the read about this because each and everything. If I read a line by line, then it's no mean for you and me because you have to be curious about what is tales about because I said about how the usability testing and this main body part of the usability testing I already said to you, but how this process is going on, please make sure about to be read the theory part because the manual testing is only about the theory part. There is no practical till now. We while we are moving in the practical part, uh, we be uh, covering the theory, less theory, and more practical. But now this time, please make sure about please read this kind of stuff, so you will get an idea about how this testing will be done. So these are the each and every phase. So you get an idea about usability testing. So for today, uh, we have learned about system testing. In the system testing, there are two parts. Then one is a GUI testing. There another is a usability testing. What is the what does the usability testing and what does the GUI testing does, and these all kind of things system testing is performed uh, surrounding the business requirement. With the help of the BRS document, we have already read it. So thanks for today. Please make sure you have to like the video and subscribe it, and please place the bell icon to get an update of all the videos, all the upcoming videos, uh, not getting missed by you. And if you are curious about knowing new things about the software testing or something else, please comment in the chat box. I will make I will give you a reply in early. So there is no doubt in you and me connection, communication. Sorry, connection. So thank you once again.